here at KCW Moments, we're unplugged, we're real, and we're relevant. So we just go with the flow of things, right? So we're excited today to have Miss Simene Walden here with us. I met Simene, if you watched the Preachathon back on September the 13th, if you didn't go back through the WBGR TV and if you scroll down, you'll run back up on us. She was, I think she came after me, or one or two after me, when we did the Preachathon with the ladies, and she kind of killed it, right? And I was like, yo, I like her. I like her. So she was up there. She was killing it. And then I afterwards we kind of got a little flow going, and I was like, yo, I need to have her on the show. So then when she sent me her bio, I was like, oh my gosh, she is a beast. And y'all know me. I love to support African American women. I love to support my sisters and, just shout them out and have conversation. And I'm going to read a little bit of who she is. Again, we're unscripted, so I feel a little weird holding this, but I'm going to read a little bit, okay? It says that she's known as a student teacher. She's a motivational speaker, a trainer, a book coach, an international Amazon best-selling author, and spoken word artist. Simene released her first prayer single, Exalted, on February the 21st, on 2022, under the direction and production of Todd Delaney and Delaney Land Music. Really? She's been recognized as a distinguished educator for 18 years. Y'all, she don't even look like, she look like she could be my child for real. For 18 years, providing an excellent education to students in underserved urban and rural communities. So it says that she presents on social emotional learning, adverse childhood experiences, and childhood trauma. So listen, y'all, I'm going to stop right there. For real, though. The page keeps going and going and going. But listen, let me say this. It was at that moment, and I'm sorry, y'all, my phone is going off. But it was at that moment that I said, when I started reading, I was like, yo, this is crazy. She ties into everything that I do, right? And I was like, this is really a God connection. Really a God connection. And so I wanted to bring you on today so we could just have some candid conversation. And you asked me, because she's a teacher, y'all, she's systemic, I can tell. And she likes things, and I'm kind of like that too, because I'm big in organizational management. But I was laughing because I was like, Isaiah and I, we're working on the systems of KCW Moments Unplugged, getting forms and all this stuff together. And so I was like, I wanted to make sure that I was on point. And so she said, well, what's the topic? And I told her we were unplugged. But then I said, well, she's a teacher. Let me give her a topic. And so I said we were going to talk about socioeconomics, a state of mind. So I'm going to give you a few minutes. I'm going to be quiet for a second. And then I want you to piggyback off of my introduction and tell me and tell the listeners what was it that made you take the turn or to really focus in on social things and to tell us a little bit about your books, because the titles of your books. I know that you're a prayer warrior because she prayed up something the day she was in here, but how the two tie in, and then we just gonna flow from there.
Thank you again. I love the flow. I really do love the flow. And teachers sometimes they are like they gotta have the top. We lesson plan people. But before I answer your question, on my way here, when I was getting dressed, the Lord said to me, and I heard this before, but it came back to me. It says, "Stay away from people that have your problems, but get around people that have your answers."
Can you repeat that for the short people in the back? Because I need the back.
Stay away from people with your problems and get around people with your answers. And so I knew that me coming here, there's some type of answer that you have for me today.
Well, praise the Lord.
So it's not necessarily, a lot of times we interview people, but it's like we're coming to receive as much as the person that is sharing with us going to receive. So thank you again for the invite. So probably back in 20, I think it was 2015, the Lord told me, he's like, you're the student teacher. I was in the shower getting ready. And I was like, okay, I was thinking because I was in education. He was like, no, you're a student of my word. And you're going to teach it to people. And I was like, okay, Lord, I got it. But I never really embraced that calling on my life because sometimes you think a holy God will use such an unholy person. And so I was thinking, surely you can't use me to teach your word.